I need to actually remove the front apron from the radiator support completely. I need to get in behind it and do some repairs and clean it out. There's a lot of crap in there. And then this thing just needs a ton of rust removal, some repairs, and then a new coat of paint. Once that's all done, this thing's ready to bolt in. So I'm back to welding on this thing. You can see I've got a big old cut here, another cut there. I'd realized as I was doing some work that where this is a straight line, I'd actually built a big old curve into it. If I put a flat bar on it over here, I had almost 3/4 of an inch gap under this end. Like, I just put a huge bend in it. So I had to put those cuts in it, stand on it, and kind of bounce around on it till I got it back to a semblance of straight. But it's pretty good now. Try and get this in there. It's not perfect, but it's not too shabby. So we've just got to weld these back up in order to lock that in place. Done a ton of grinding, removing rust on this whole thing, but it still needs quite a bit more. I think I'm going to put a wire wheel on my grinder and try that, because I've just been using flat discs and whatever, and they're just actually not aggressive enough. Alright, get that welded, back to rust cleaning. Okay, well, after many more hours of work than I was really expecting to put into this thing, damn it, I'm not done. I was about to say, I think I'm done. I've just had patch after patch I kept finding. So I've got a patch right here that fills the face and there. And then I've got a big old patch that goes all the way along here and does the face and the top here. I've got another panel just flat right here. I've got another piece of bent covering the top and that here. And then I've got a tiny little patch welded into there. And I think I'm done enough with the rust repair. But I did just realize when I cut the flat sections out of here, I left a flap on each side so that I could try and continue this lip. And I bent that over, but I haven't really cleaned it up or anything. So I need to hammer this flat, maybe fill a void, because I'd like this to all be one piece. So, back at it then. And courtesy of YouTube magic, that job is now done. Lip is folded up, welded together, ground back. Same with this one. And I think that means I'm actually done with all the welding and grinding and repairs and everything on this thing. Finally. Holy crap, that was a ton of work. So, next up, I'm coating this entire thing in some rust converter primer. Man, I hope the camera was pointed at me right there. Sorry. I'm coating this whole thing in rust converter primer and then giving it a brand new coat of black. And then it's basically ready to go in. I think the only other thing I do want to do, actually, it's more welding, go figure. I want to just put a couple of tacks in the riv nuts I've got in it, but I'm not even going to bother with that right now. That may not be necessary. It's something I can do very easily at any time. So this thing is getting primed. That's where we are. All right, well, there's a few things I definitely cheated on that aren't as pretty as they should be, but this entire panel is hidden, so I gave up on caring. Boom, primed. Once that crap dries, we will throw a coat of paint at it, and we're gonna call that good enough. Every time I look at this thing, there's something else I probably should have welded. My goodness. I don't care. It's done. I'm done with it. Whatever. I have lots more hours into this than I ever planned, but I've got it primed. The primer does say I gotta wait 24 hours, so it's not gonna be till tomorrow that I can continue working on this thing, get a coat or two of paint on it. But I am pleased with how that actually ended up.